Yay! What's up? What's up? Are we live yet? Is it happening? Is it happening or should it happen? Those are two different questions. I'm not sure if this should happen, but it is happening. It is a day before a holiday, and why not? Here we go. Why not? I hope I'm smart enough to do this. We'll see. It could be that I'm just not that smart, and I can't figure this out. We'll figure it out. I'm highly confident. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be able to do any fighting this evening, but we're going to try. We are going to try. What's up, brother? How you doing? It should holly. What? Did I just say a bad word? Happen. Should happen. Don't get me to swear in other languages. This is family friendly. What's up, Black Fang? How you doing, man? Okay. So, the point of tonight's stream is a little bit more of a hangout and a podcast style. I really need to figure out a game plan for Act 6.3 exploration, because the first quest in this, I got absolutely wrecked, like riggedy wrecked to the 10th degree, and I don't want to do that again. I want to show that I have a little bit of skill. You know what I mean? That this is an RPG, kind of a puzzle of a game. Oh jeez, we're dropping stuff already. But I have my Fallout notebook, and here we go. Here we go, man. I'm ready. As you can hear the click. Okay. Like I said, this is a little bit more of a podcast style. Not going to be a whole lot of fighting, if any. Tomorrow, when my champs are out of war, we're going to do a lot. We're going to do a lot of whatever we discovered today. Probably Wednesday as well, because there's a war break. I don't have a specific timeline of when I want this totally finished. But I want to do Chapter 3 before I hit Chapter 2. And I don't want to use up all my resources because Abyss of Legends is coming, and I'm assuming it's coming in the next couple of weeks. And I'd like to get after that as well. So these old hands get to take a little bit of a break. I worked today. I just didn't work too much with the hands. It was more all mental, except I did use a hammer quite a bit. Okay, 6.3, the overhang chapter. Now, from what I know about this Nick Fury boss, is that he is a really souped up Nick Fury, and he has a lot of power gain. He's completely debuff immune, so that means I can't parry, no armor break, no bleeds or any damage over time effects, and every time I would apply some sort of debuff of any kind, he gains power. So anytime I parry, he gains power. So that is going to be a whole nother playstyle I want to kind of come up with. Let's take a look at all the nodes and make sure we have all of that set. There's no global in Chapter 3. So I think he has about 500,000 health. Let's see. Quest 2. Q2. Nick Fury. Every time I break down a quest, I really like to break down the boss first. Yeah, this is a family stream. It's also family friendly. Yeah. If you have Nick Fury, apparently having him duped is really nice. I know my brother didn't use his his AG on it. He ended up awakening Aegon. But let me tell you, Aegon might be the solution to this guy. Aegon is a beautiful champ. Okay. Shank. When striking into the defender's block, the attacker has a 40% chance to be inflicted with a bleed debuff, dealing 1% of the defender's attack as direct damage over 10 seconds. So that's probably 1,000. He probably has about a 12,000 attack rating. So 1% of that would be roughly 1,200. I don't know if I want... I wonder if that's a... I wonder what kind of... If it's not a passive debuff, then Aegon can shrug it off for sure. Tactical adjustment. When the attacker receives a bleed they're immune to, Nick has a 75% chance to gain 1 tactical charge. This chance reduced by 25% against mutants, or reduced to 25% against mutants. The only bleed immune mutants I have are Emma Frost and Iceman, and then he's immune to the debuff effects and the empowered immunity, and then he will bleed me crazily. Oh yes, my brother used his awakening gem that he acquired on Jane Foster at one point. How about that? 5-star Mystic Awakening gem goes to none other than Jane Foster. That is brutal. Yeah, shock. Her whole shock thing is becoming more helpful. Shock is a big thing. The last chapter of this, so the last quest of chapter 3, has a big shock path. Okay, so Nick Fury. If I had... Oops. I'm using a mouse to scroll up. Excellent. So if I had... let's take a look at the champions. Let's take a quick look at my champions and figure out what could be good. I guess Colossus is also bleed immune. He's completely immune to debuff effects. Otherwise, I would probably bring Sunspot just because his damage is so crazy. I'm not going to use Blade. Aegon. Aegon might be a solution. If I was able to take a couple of paths and ramp him up, we could certainly shrug off all the bleeds that we take from him. If it is not a passive bleed, we might be able to outdamage him. Corvus. Corvus would be tough. I think he would gain a lot of power because if I accidentally parried, he would absolutely gain a ton of power. Because of the armor break and the parry. That'd be a lot. Man, I think there are quite a few. I think there are a lot of answers to this boss. We're just gonna write down Aegon. I think if I ramped him up enough, maybe Dr. Voodoo, we could sort of keep him power controlled. If it was, if I ended on an even combo and I had my power burn ability, I bet I could burn him down a little bit and sort of keep his special ones at bay. Captain America, probably not. Maybe a Spider-Man. Stark Enhanced. If we kept the poise charges up, we could outdamage, most likely, Nick Fury. Aegon. Voodoo. Starkey. Basically what I do is I like to break down the boss first, come up with a bunch of a few different options, as many as I can of my top champions, and then I go path to path and figure out what champions fit each path best. Yeah, fitch is not a real word. What's up, Jawpo? How you doing, man? Rank 5 Colossus over Sunspot. I think that is a I think that's a good move, actually, brother. I believe that Colossus has a lot of utility. He is number one. He's bleed immune. He's incinerate immune. He's cold snap immune. He is a good counter to Havoc with all the armor up buffs. And matter of fact, he is the next option for this Nick Fury fight because he gains armor up like crazy. The special one guarantees you to add an armor up charge, and then if you do a special 2, I think that has the potential to double your current armor up charges. And if he's duped, there's even more potential to have those doubled armor up charges convert into a permanent armor up. So you have a ton of crit resistance, and I think he provides a ton of utility. He really shows his damage output when you can parry and then interrupt the parry. So if there's a stun immune or limber, he's not as great, but he still doesn't limit him. It doesn't limit him at all. I think his SB2 is also it's also unblockable at a certain point. I think with all of the Incinerate champs and all the Incinerate nodes and Cold Snap, I think he's worth it, man. I think he's worth a rank up over Sunspot. But is he worth a gem? Are you talking generic gem? He doesn't necessarily need to be awakened. That was the thing that I had a mutant gem and I couldn't figure out who to use it on. It would be Sunspot, Colossus, Iceman, and who else was it? Sabretooth. And out of all of them, he needs it the most. Yeah, Colossus needs the awakening ability more than Sunspot for sure. Because all Sunspot Awaken ability does is it adds, depending on his signature level, more of his charges. You start off with 80, and then when you dupe him, you get +1 at Sig 1, and then. So the mutant gem, I would throw it on Colossus. Yeah, because you'd have to have a Sunspot Sig 200 to really, or at least a high Sig to take advantage of that. What's up, Bought and Blood? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, no, and I would absolutely do that. And then if you have Sig Stones, I think Colossus's bell curve for signature ability kind of goes up at a big pitch and then kind of shapes off as you go into signature levels. So he really does well between Sig like 60 and 80, and then it's more diminishing returns as you go on. I could be a little bit wrong on that, but mine's 660 and it seems to be working well. Took your Human Torch to rank 3, cleared so much hard content for you. Awesome, man. Yeah, that's the other thing. So I'm gonna come up with a video tomorrow. I'm gonna work on it. Is building a questing team for if you're just starting the game to mid level players to end game, and kind of what I do. But to go back to the Colossus versus Sunspot, also make sure you keep in mind what content do you want to do next. Who do you have highly ranked already, and what spaces in your roster do you need to fill? Because Sunspot is a high damage champ. He has a power game mechanic and he has perfect blocks, so he's really good for end game, big health pools. And Colossus is your high damage champ as well, just not as much as Sunspot. They're both sort of ramp up, but ramp up within one fight. And I think Colossus has a little bit more utility. What's up, Sam? Congratulations on the 5-star Human Torch. That guy still evades me. I know we started this channel off a little crazy with the crystal openings, but I don't always open a ton of crystals. 4-star Domino, maxing her out. I think you're good to do that. I think that is a smart decision. I personally, for the last year and a half maybe, I have not ranked up a single 4-star champion. Not even for variant 4. If you're looking to do variant 4, I think that's a good investment. I stopped ranking up 4-star champions when kind of towards the end of Act 5, in between Act 5 and Act 6, just because I realized that, for my roster, I was ranking up 5 stars so much that I couldn't keep up with the gold, the ISO, the catalyst, and I figured, why waste anything on 4 stars? So, what are you doing next? What do you plan on doing next? Plus, Act 6, you can't bring any 4-star champs in, but she is one that is worth it. I think the top tier champs are, as a 4-star, still very, very worth it to rank up. And I actually been considered ranking up my 4-star as well. Okay, so where were we? Yes, Nick Fury. Nick Fury cannot use a champion that debuffs the opponent at all, or very little. Ghost might be absolutely perfect. I am working so hard on on being a good Ghost player. I think one thing I noticed as I rank up more champions and my damage output allows to have a lot quicker fights, my skill has plummeted. Man, I miss parries and I do all kinds of stuff that I didn't do a year ago. Now if I miss a parry, most of the content I do, other than like Act 6, doesn't matter. I have such a huge health pool. I've gotten really lazy, in other words. Nice. Captain America Infinity War is one of my absolute favorite champions. I think he is probably one of the most used champions of mine over the last year. 6 months. I don't know how long I've had him. Time flies. What's up, DJ Digby? How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I have the synergies for Ghost. I do, but I don't have anything higher than a 4-star hood. Because I was thinking about using Ghost for one of these chapters. Just sort of looking ahead, I was thinking that if I became a really insane Ghost player, she could save me a lot of headaches. I know that she can bypass a lot of stuff. But having just pulled her like 3 or 4 days ago, man, she's tough. She's a tough champion to figure out. And I like to give myself a super challenge. When I'm figuring out a champion, I like to go in with no synergies, and with her, without the synergies, your timing has to be absolutely on point. And since, like I said, I've been a lazy player, my skills are not what they used to be. So I need to sharpen the skills for sure. And I didn't notice it until I started streaming. I didn't realize how lazy I got. That's where the "these old hands" joke come from. It comes from me being lazy. So this looks like this is all an entire mutant path. So I have a few options: Ghost, Stark, Spidey, Colossus, Voodoo, and Aegon for the Nick Fury. Let's break down some paths here. I like to start left to right or top to bottom. It just helps me organize. So here we go. Starting from left to right. This is an entire skill path. No global. It's all linked. And what is the linked node? Plagued Mind, so I lose my power every 20 seconds. They gain a ton of power. If I have a power gain buff, it's actually a power drain debuff. And I deal no damage unless I'm using a special. Okay, that's interesting. That is an interesting one. Spam the special one is the thing. Power gain for both champions is increased by 100%. Oh, this looks like a voodoo path. Hey, good luck, Sam. Act 5 is a lot of fun. Let me know how you make out, man. I'm curious. That is a really fun spot to be in the game. Act 5 is a challenge, but it's definitely worth it. You know what I mean? It's definitely easier than Act 6. It's a good balanced piece of content. In other words. Okay. This seems to be not so terrible, but like I checked out in the Quest 1, man, I came up with a whole plan and I had to change it. This seems like if it's a power gain thing, I could probably burn everyone down with Sunspot. It seems like a Sunspot-centric thing because if I gain a bunch of power, I use an SP1, then power gain back to an SP2, I could probably absolutely wreck shop here. Okay, let's put a team together. So from left to right, 5 paths. Sunspot. And then if I want to, I could probably just bring every counter I have for the I'm planning on using Sunspot the whole time. There's no local nodes. Black Panther might be a pain. Black Widow might be difficult. And Killmonger might gain a ton of damage, but I think if I play aggressively enough and fast enough, I can outdamage all of these defenders' biggest pains. Here's the mini boss. All specials are unblockable. He's gonna gain a lot of power. I mean, a lot of health. And a lot of armor. Well, I don't think that'll be an issue. I think we can outdamage him with Sunspot for sure. You have too many tier 2 alpha? That is a excellent problem to have. I need 3 more science catalysts to take Torch to rank 4. That is an issue. I am completely out of mutant catalysts and I have way too many. I've way too many of everything else. I'm actually capped on almost everything else. Okay, so we're gonna do Sunspot, Voodoo. Oh man, do you think? So every lane, I'm also gonna ask the question: Is this an Aegon path? Because if it is, it'd be nice to ramp him up. I could probably start this by ramping Aegon way up. Okay, so we're gonna bring Sunspot, Voodoo, Starkey, Colossus, and then we're gonna leave it blank. This is not gonna be the first, even though it's left to right. We're doing this to organize. This is not gonna be the first path I do. I really want to feel out that Nick Fury fight. Okay, so the next one, we have Darkhawk. This is Caltrops. Okay, bring Bleed Immune champs. I'm gonna bring Sentinel. I could also do parry heavy thing, so Colossus might be really good for this. Even Captain America with a skill champ. Nice, man. I'm glad you're really liking. I'm glad you're really liking Human Torch. Let's see. Probably bring Colossus for this. It's Caltrops. He'll be probably good for most of these fights. Amazing for MODOK. Probably Decent against Heimdall and Medusa, as well as Nightcrawler. I always love bringing Captain America against Darkhawk, but I think we're gonna go with Quest 2, Colossus, Sentinel, this could even be another Aegon ramp up. How many fights do I have before I get there? I have 2. Just out of curiosity, I want to know what the and I have Colossus with me. We will try that Darkhawk fight real quick. I'm curious to see what the health pool is. 207, quarter of a million health. We could bring Emma Frost. She's a good synergizer with both Sentinel and Colossus. And then we can do either Voodoo. My Colossus might be a little shot by the time we get to the boss, and then Starkey. Let's try Ghost. I know it was mostly oh no! See, I'm just a terrible Ghost player. Don't even mind that. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Have to watch out for his power gain. I have to say, it's not that bad for only having Ghost for like 3 days. Okay. Colossus just tears through this fight. Crazy. See, he still has a very high damage output. He's like a mutant version of Captain America Infinity War. Oh no. Very close. Okay. Hey Kill, I'm 318k and I'm looking to get into an alliance that does AQ and AW right now. I'm in an alley that gets 5400 in AQ. There are a few line chats probably out there that can help you. The forums are a great way to go. So if you go to Kabam website, they'll have a forum for Marvel Contest of Champions. That's a great way to link up with a good AQ. They're always recruiting in there. Matter of fact, there's a whole section just for recruiting. Even Global. Global is a good way, and I think they sort of curate Global to folks who are active the same time you're active, and maybe within your proximity. Not exactly sure about that one, but I do think it's a little bit more curated, because I seem to see the same person or same people periodically in Global. Matter of fact, I was in an alliance 3 years ago, and I still see the leader of that alliance talking to people in Global, which is cool. What's up, Jeff? Shout out to you. I think that alliance just disbanded, which is sad. Some of those people had played together for years. 315k? What are you looking for? Map 4 or map 5? I was probably around 315k when I started doing map 5. It's a big jump. It's a little bit of an adjustment period, but it's totally worth it. Your progression goes through the roof. I would almost skip map 4 and try to get into a map 5 alliance. Although with Glory, it being sort of a catch-up mechanic, Glory is an amazing thing. Definitely always shoot for trying to get your champs up to a map 5 alliance ready, and once you're there, find an alliance that's suitable for you. I'm in an alliance right now that I've been in for about 2 years, almost. We split up for like 6 months, but I think between the first time and now, it's been about 2 years, and we've all done map 5 almost every day for that whole time. So yeah, so map 5 is just like, it's like taking a breath of air. It's clockwork. So that is my opinion on that. You're on 5.1.2. What chapter is that? I can't quite remember. Sam, whenever you get a chance. I can't remember. You get stuck on Gambit. Gambit's special 2 is one of the best unblockable scenarios you can get, because if you can keep your distance and bait out the special 2, it doesn't throw any projectiles, so you can just keep your distance and not get hit from it. Same thing with Moon Knight. I do not like evading his special 1, but his special 2 is a treat. I think it's just practice and getting used to it. Used to have a 700k account before you sold it. Don't sell your accounts. That's all I'll say. That's it. That's all I'll say. Man, I could never sell my account. I am just attached to it. I've been through a lot in the last 3.5 years, and I've been having this account through the whole thing. Man, I played every day. I've played every day. I don't think I've missed a single day, which I've never done. I haven't been that regimented with most things. If I could just do that with eating healthy and working out, I'd be fine. Okay, don't take block hits. Can we just parry him to infinity? I forgot that you can't heavy attack this dude. Maybe the damage will ramp up. There was, in the beta, there was some synergy that allowed Colossus to gain twice as much armor ups. And I don't think it made it past the beta. I think that was the change, because it was crazy how you could ramp the damage up. This might throw him into shield mode or whatever. Yep. Well, the damage was nice. Okay, so I might want to heal up before this fight. I don't heal up from fights in general because the health pools are ridiculous. Maybe I want to push him to a special too. Oh yeah. We want to push him to a special too. How's that for a not lazy parry? I know this is going to be mostly podcast style, I said, but this this matchup is interesting to me. I think with the synergies as well, I'll be doing more damage and gaining more power. And doing a lot more attack because of the, Oh, I don't have, Oh, that was... If I had an Omega Red as a 5-star, I would do a lot more damage. Okay. Alright. That is that. I'm also on the road to a 1 million. Man, I wanted... Wednesday, I think, is the end of Alliance War season and the end of the gifting event. I think we're going to have some stuff to open up, but we are so close to hitting 1 million. All this talk about your accounts, man, it got me thinking. I'm on the road to 1 million. I have 22,000 left, roughly. A little less. Okay. Well, that didn't work out as well as I hoped, but it was better than I thought it could be. Okay, let's go to Path 3. So I'm going to stick with Colossus, Sentinel, Emma Frost, Voodoo, and Starkey for Path 2. So Path 3, here we go. Oh, look at that cheeky Korg. I do not like Korg. That silly fool. Empowered immunity, power gain, and minor aspect of death. Attackers struck by a special 3 have an instant knockout. Awesome. Power gain like crazy. That's gonna be good for that's gonna be good for this what's his name? Thing. Gain a 33% of a bar of power every time. So they put bleed immune champs. They put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all certain immunity champs. So I have to bring champs who are not gonna do any sort of DOTs. Could bring Corvus. Colossus does really well against Korg as well. So does an Emma Frost. You don't like Colossus? He's not cool. Sam, good luck. Sam, good luck on Act 5, man. 5.1. That's good. Good luck. Colossus is a really dope champion, man. He's got a red jumper with a nice yellow piece to it. I don't see the issue. Matter of fact, that's what I wear every day. He looks like an old Russian wrestler, because he is technically a Russian. Was he a wrestler? I don't remember that. I think he was. Okay. Man, we could bring Corvus. There's a Sabertooth synergy that removes rock stacks, and I think it's with Old Man Logan, but my Old Man Logan is not ranked up. But we could do a lot of... The problem with Corvus is that at 275,000 health pool, you're going to do your 20 hits, and then you wait, you know, whatever, a minute, and then you can do more damage again. I need a bleed immune champ. Stark's buddy is amazing against Thing. I could really bring the Trinity. I could use Stark's buddy against Vision. I could do Colossus against Korg. Stark Spidey again with Nebula. Ghost Rider with Black Bolt. Maybe I bring Voodoo. What do I have for power gain? Magic might be okay. Alright. We're gonna have to test these out. Power gain. So we're gonna put in parentheses, we're gonna bring Voodoo. Starkey. I'm gonna make 2 teams. Voodoo, Starkey, Magic. Doc Ock may work. I'm gonna bring Colossus. That's 3 potential Nick Fury counters. And then, who else? Let's move this around a little bit. I could bring Captain America for for a lot of these fights as well. Maybe we'll throw in Cap. With the power gain is going to be interesting though. It's probably not going to be a great matchup, but there we go. What's up, Jopo? I've not seen a message retracted in a while. That's a lot of dollars for a 700K account, man. That's awesome. Don't sell your accounts. I won't say it again though. Thank you, Bought and Blood. I appreciate it. I'm relatively new here on YouTube. Been playing the game for a while, but yeah, if you guys are enjoying yourselves, please subscribe and click like and check out some stuff. I'm gonna be making some videos and we're gonna have some fun, man. I really want this to be a place where people can go and or just come and hang out with me and chill. Life is really crazy, and the way I relax and de-stress nowadays is video games. That's it. Video games. Okay, so for the power gain lane, we basically have a power control option, but then there's always the option of just straight damage. Stark Spidey is a very, very good option, as well as Colossus for the Korg. I can push him to the special 2. That would be amazing. Nebula, I'd have to dance around that special 1. Special 2 is not too bad. Black Bolt, probably just parry heavy. Dodge the special 1. Same thing with Morningstar there. Use Stark Spidey for Thing. And then parry heavy with my man Dormammu over there. And then we can call it a day on him. And I don't have a mini. Alright, so that's good. We're gonna keep that as the potential. Now we have Quest 4 and Quest 5, and then I want to look at the boosts. Okay. Quest 4 would be this one right here with Luke Cage, and that's a Thorns. Huh. Okay. All science champs. Well, if I had a duped and ranked up Quake, that would be perfect. Quake and no, a duped and ranked up Black Widow, but I could also bring Quake. Quake for the power gain, that makes sense. Caltrops is for Black Widow, and then if I had Quake on the team, it would be even more crazy. And I actually just pulled a Black Widow 5-star and then have a skill gem, but I don't think it's worth it, man. I don't know. And it's Thorns. So Havoc is also another option. Same with Captain Marvel. Because anytime you have a anytime you have a whatever Thorns node, a no contact hit doesn't require. I mean, doesn't get affected by thorns. So we could absolutely get a get the havoc out and wreak some havoc. Caltrops is for Ghost because she gains Fury. Yes. Jawpo, I am struggling with Ghost. I pulled her 4 days ago, and every night before I go to bed, I've been practicing. Yeah, no, Havoc doesn't take damage against Thorn's Node. If I was a good Quake player, man, this would be a wrap. As well as having the Black Widow synergy, she would be really good. But she needs to be not only duped, but she should be like Sig 200 to make a difference. Because if I had Quake, gives me plus 15% ability accuracy, duration, and potency. So, and I think the synergy is the same on Black Widow, so it's really like a plus 30. Where's Black Widow? Here she is. Nope, I lied. Oh, I was kidding. Okay, she just has the power gain. She has the crazy one with crazy synergy with Hulkbuster, where the stuns last at 25% longer, which actually makes Quake probably a lot easier for those who aren't great with Quake. Let's jump back in here. Maybe I could just do Quake. I played Quake about 2 years ago. I mean, she's been out for a long time, and I used her for so much stuff, but I didn't use her the way that most people do these days. Crazy dexing, I've never been that great at it. My timing is a little off. Even at the best version of me, I was not the greatest Quake player, but I used her for a ton, and she was my top champion for a long, long time. It's gonna be tough with that void there. I could probably use her though. Bring her, Black Widow. You know what? I'm not a great not a great Quake player. Let's do. What if we did Havoc, Blade, because Blade can handle. Actually, Blade can only do one fight on this whole thing. It's not even worth it. Maybe we do a very haphazard Quake playthrough on this lane. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's what we have to do. So let's build a team around Quake and then bring two. So we'll do Quake. We'll do Black Widow and Hulkbuster. That way, when we stun them, we get an extra 25% stun duration. There's no limber, so this should be actually pretty fun. Ghost batteries come separately. Yeah, I wish that I wish that I was just that skilled of a Ghost player, because I think she could totally handle this, no problem. She might take a lot of damage from Thorns, but I think she would handle a lot of Act 6, no problem. That's what I meant. Black Widow. We're going to do Black Widow. Quake. Hulkbuster. By the way, Hulkbuster might be my next rank 4 champion. I know he won the next revamping champ from the community, so it's not a bad investment. He was one of my favorite champions when I first started, and I just pulled him as a 5-star. Okay, Hulkbuster, and then we'll bring 2 for Nick. And then the last lane. It's a mutant lane, and it has all the best mutants. Excellent. So I get a stun whenever they release their special attacks, and then every 20 seconds I need to throw a special, otherwise I'm stunned. That's how you deal with encroaching stun. And then biohazard. So that's not a terrible one. That's not terrible at all. That might be the path we start with. So I'm gonna bring Colossus. I don't want to do any Corvus stuff. Colossus will be a good counter to quite a few of these champs. That Iceman, the Omega Red might be a little tricky, but he's going to be great for pretty much everything here. So we'll do Colossus, Emma, just a classic Biohazard and Colossus team. Sentinel, +2 for Nick. And then let's go back on my notes. I have the boosts listed. Okay, this is 6.2, so the boosts should have been available to me on these lanes, but it looks like that was a Chapter 3 boost. That's a Chapter 3 boost. That is also a Chapter 3 boost. Are we in Chapter 3? Oh, yeah, we are in Chapter 3. Noob. Okay, so these all work for this quest that we're in. This is that's the skill one, or is that mutant? Skill champions. Okay, I have them all written down. So I already have that boost because I've finished the path. Basically what it does is you crit to avoid passive damage. Let's read this together. It's just, I didn't write down a long enough description. Landing a critical hit refreshes this effect. So it's a 12-second intel. Come on. Okay, so every time I land a crit, I get 12 seconds to avoid passive damage while using a skill champ. I guess that would be just directly towards... That would be this Thorns node right here. Man, so that changes things. So if I brought any skill champ that I could crit a bunch, I could completely just bypass Thorns. Yeah, man, I'm very excited about Hulkbuster. I'm curious what you guys think he's gonna be. I have a feeling it's gonna be something similar to Colossus, where they play around armor up. He's probably gonna be a tank. I'm curious if they're gonna make him more of a defense champ. I don't know. But they haven't really made a defense revamp champ yet. Every champ they've revamped has been an offensive-driven champ, like Venom, Spider-Gwen, although she can be good on defense. She-Hulk. Yeah, so I'm curious about that. Luke Cage they did a great job with. So maybe I can just bring a skill-focused thing here. I am lacking on a really great roster of a skill, but that could be total Aegon territory right there. We could go full Aegon for that whole path, and then take out Nick Fury. Problem is that once you get started and you pop the boost, I haven't found the boosts in Chapter 3 of Act 6 to be helpful yet. Not yet. Huh. It's either Aegon or Blade. It's either Aegon, Blade, or Killmonger. Although Karnak does crit a bunch. Shrubtube? Yeah, Shrubtube is a fantastic defender. If Shrubtube gets a debuff, he can shrug it off. Have you ever seen a shrub tube shrug? It's a curious thing. Then tech. There's a tech boost, and then there's a mutant boost. The mutant boost is power drain equals special damage. So that must be every time the power is used, I get more special damage. I don't know. Let's see. Let's check that one out. Most useful in overhang. Wherever the attacker loses a bar of power from any source other than launching a special attack, they gain a prowess buff. So I get more special damage. Pretty much doubles. What was the power drain? There was a power drain node or a power drain lane. So you're not baiting the special ones like you used to? What was the champion again? Gambit. For me, when I'm trying to bait out the special one for Gambit, and it's easy for me to stay close to him. It's easier for me to time, because when he's throwing his special, it's kind of a swooshing motion, and you can dash back. With projectiles, it's always easier for me to stay closer to the defender than it is for me staying, far back in court, because then you have to time when that projectile comes by you to dex out of it. That's one of the biggest things with Captain America. Yeah, Captain America's a pain. But the same thing with Magneto. Just to finish my thought, when Magneto is throwing his special one, I like to stay pretty close to him, and especially that special 2. That is a monster of a thing to time, because it's practically invisible. And then Captain America, man, you gotta the timing is tricky, because you want to stay really close to trick the AI into throwing that special, but you want to be really kind of light on the swipes. You know what I mean? Being real close to the screen so you can dex quickly. One thing, I play with the sound off, so when the screen darkens, I've gotten really good at realizing that when the screen darkens just a little bit, that I gotta swipe back. It's almost like a thing. But when you play with the sound on, you can there are audio cues, and I'm actually, it weirded me out live streaming because I played with the sound off for so long that it's weird. I didn't realize how much Howard the Duck squeals. But yeah, when the screen darkens, definitely. They designed that mutant boost for this lane, and I was thinking we could do Sunspot, so I might as well throw that. I might as well throw the mutant boost onto this one. No problem. And then the lastly is the improved subroutines. This is the Tech Champion boost. Whenever the attacker would be bled or poisoned, but is immune, they become stun immune. Oh, okay. So that one is for this final lane. Okay. Perfect. So lane 1, we're gonna mark it mutant boost. Lane 5, we're gonna mark tech boost. And then lane 4, we're gonna mark skill boost. Because now we've figured out each of the 3 boosts, they're all designed for a lane in this thing. It's just not triggering. So Sam, I'm going to empathize with you. I think something happened in this last update, or the update previous to this. But as you've seen, if you go back through the live streams we've done, man, I've had an incredibly hard time getting anyone to throw their specials. I've been at an absolute line away from a special 3, man, and I can't get these guys to throw their special 2s. So it's not just you. Having played this game for so long, you do see that the AI, they change the AI around, and I think that's to keep us on our toes, for folks who've been playing for a long time. And the AI is also a lot different. So if you're doing proving grounds on tier 1 basic, you can start a fight and they'll just stand there. But if you're doing proving grounds on expert, you start a fight and they immediately want to throw the punch, so they're a little bit smarter. But then obviously you just parry at the start of every fight. But then as you get to Act 5 and Act 6, and then AQ Map 5, Map 6, Map 7, the AI gets a little crazy. So, okay. This is what we're going to do. We're going to test out... It's 7-11. We're going to do one lane. Do I have... What boost do I have? The skill boost? Oh man, I don't really want to start with this skill boost. I want this boost right here. That's quest 3. That's the power gain. Oh, it's gonna be a mess. This is probably the one I am least confident in. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do quest 2. I'm gonna go back in and we're gonna fight this. We are gonna fight this this lane to get the tech boost, and then I'll be set up to go and do this final lane, lane 5. Okay. Now let's put all of our planning to test, and we're gonna do a lane. Yeah, it takes a lot longer, man. It's crazy how they do it. But don't worry, in a few updates they'll change it, and they'll be throwing specials, and you'll not know how to. You'll be like, oh my god, I want them to stop. It all depends on who you're fighting. I think I have. Oh, I don't have everybody. Oh man, this is the problem. You'll start to face while there's war active. I think most of my streams will go mostly we test and hang out, podcast style talk, and work through stuff, and I help you guys talk over stuff you're working on while I'm in war, and then when I'm not in war, I want to get through some stuff and do some harder content. I also really want to check the terms of service, because I have my other account that I use with a different email, and it'd be fun to kind of re-go through the progression with that, and I don't think there's an issue with that. There's a few people who in the community on YouTube have multiple accounts that are probably clearly provable that it's them. So this is a conundrum. I use Emma Frost for 2 of these lanes. Sunspot, Voodoo, Starkey, that has a... The only lane that nobody is being used for is that power gain. Oh boy, this is gonna be ugly. Oh, this is going to be really ugly. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. Welcome. I hope you join me. I try to stream every day. Some days, depending on my work schedule, I stream a lot longer than others, and some days, if I get out of work late, I at least try to hop in and hang out for a little bit. Back to the task at hand. Here's a question. I have a thought. If I can... this is probably not the... I'm sorry, I'm so back and forth. My apologies if it drives you crazy. It drives me crazy. But if I can out-damage this node, sometimes that's the best solution. Increased power gain by 200%. I'm curious. I can't remember. Is Korg Incinerate immune? We're about to find the answer out to that. I don't think he is. Bleed, shock, and additional crit resistance. Okay. Maybe we Sunspot. Maybe we Sunspot into infinity. I'm very curious too if is this power gain for both of us or just the defender? Increased all power gain by 200%. I think that's just the defender. Okay, Stark Spidey for Vision OG. Sunspot for Korg. Sunspot for Nebula. Sunspot for the whole thing, more or less. Except for Stark Spidey for Thing and Colossus for Morningstar, and we should be okay. The reason why I wanted to do Dark Hawk and Nightcrawler in that lane, but I am not going to have Emma Frost up in time. She is locked into war. Okay, let's do it. Black Widow Clairvoyant gameplay. I only have her as a 4-star. I also want to see more Black Widow Clairvoyant gameplay. So they're doing the 2017, 2018, 2019. I'm assuming they're doing 2018, 2019 Champion Cavalier Crystals. I'm a little tempted for the 2019 if they do it. Here we go. Wow, he evaded and I couldn't parry. Interesting. The attack is so crazy that blocked hits are devastating. I don't want to get too much in this corner here. Come on, man. Throw it. Woo! Close. Claire is the only one that matters. Did you just pull a Black Widow Clairvoyant? My apologies. I don't remember if you said that. She seems really cool. Like one of the best Mystic champs that have been released in a while. As well as Dr. Doom. They did well at the end of this year. Who wants to take this lady down? Little Symbiote Supreme. Symbiote Supreme, his block proficiency is amazing. But even so, look at the damage. I've already taken 5% damage from parrying. Wow. Just a few blocked hits and you are done for. It's amazing. Brother, did you just say his power gain is bad? Because it goes to the special 3? Come on, man. That is all blocked hits. I'm at 69%. That's crazy. Before patch 12.0, perfect block was a thing. See how defensive they are, Sam? It's crazy. I would bring Domino. I would bring Domino out of Sabretooth and Voodoo. Yeah. I would say your best bet against something... she also has a passive evade too, so it might help you maybe bait out a couple of specials. But yeah, I would definitely bring Domino. My thinking is that Sabretooth you have to ramp up, and Voodoo's really great, but it doesn't sound like you necessarily need his utility. Seems like you need more damage, and that would be Domino. Alright, just so I make sure I have all of my brains here. Alright, if I should be good. He's just gonna have a ton of power gain. We're gonna try it out. Oh, this should be fun. Maybe I wanna hold on to a special 1. Oh, that synthesis is crazy. Just building poise charges, dodging special 1s. This is awesome. Oh no, his synthesis. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I am so. Oh, I got really lucky. I was gonna say I'm so busted. I think we can finish him off. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Domino. Domino's the way to go. If you have Red Hulk, throw him in there as well as Massacre, and Massacre should do you plenty of favors against that that pesky Captain America you're facing. I know you're having a hard time with Captain America. If it's OG or World War II, his special 2 is fairly easy to dodge. Okay. I was thinking this might be an okay matchup. We'll see. Nope. I forgot, he goes a little crazy. And I completely just messed that up. He goes really crazy with this debuff thing. I should have known that. But I didn't. He's not throwing his special 3, so whatever. Okay, completely wasted the sunspot there. Oof. Well, good thing I brought Colossus, because I think this is going to be a little bit of a painful fight. Oh no! Oh, this is horrible. Please don't go to special 3. Well, now I've completely lost my, not only my Colossus is... Oh, jeez. Now I just pushed into a special 3. Oh. Korg is my least favorite. If you fight me in war, bring yourself a Korg, because I will be absolutely wrecked. Just like that. Whoa. What's up, John? How you doing, man? Hey. Welcome, welcome. I'm a little frustrated. I just got absolutely destroyed. Do we dump one into him? Okay, we're gonna dump one into him. Why not? I have one expiring really soon. I have 90,000. This is gonna take one of those giant leaps. Oh, now he's unblockable and unstoppable. Perfect. Excellent. Oh, Korg is a maniac. Korg is an absolute pain. Well, now that we use the revive that is expiring, we're just going to go in there and use one that's not. Havoc would probably be amazing for this. But just this one fight is the problem. Oh, God. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring him up. And perfect. The thorns interaction is so powerful that I'm just getting lit up, more or less. This is gonna be a messy path, man. Well, this is just a messy fight. We'll see. Perfect. I am just gotta get better. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta get better. That was really bad. He's got 61,000 left. Who did I bring voodoo for? I'm just gonna go in now. Come on, you gotta throw that heavy. ay, ay. Okay. Okay. Alright then. Yeah, Mr. Sinister would be nice. I have a 6-star Mr. Sinister, but... Oof. Hold on, let me check the rest of this. Okay, we're gonna do Stark Spidey. I gotta bring Colossus up again anyways. I'm gonna really rely on... Well, I'm not gonna rely on Symbiote Supreme for much of anything. Jeez. I only did 20,000 damage on that guy. Oh. Nope. 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 I got wrecked. We're just bringing in the whole crew. Ugh. It doesn't feel good. I'm not even chancing it. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that was ugly. Magic would probably work here. Magic's still gonna be. This is gonna be tough against that Court. He's gonna be shrugging off all your power locks. Okay, Nebula. This should be a relatively easier. I think that was the fight of the whole path. The Dormammu might be a little weird. Needed to get out of the corner. Okay, she's done. The Thing might be a little difficult too, but the crazy part about Thing is when I get to 15 rock stacks, I want to make sure that I can bait out a special, and sometimes he throws his special one before I can get to 15, and then he has no power, and I'm at 12 stacks. So that's the tricky part about him. I'm actually going to heal up a little bit here, just because Stark Spidey's damage is really reliant on him being above 50% health. And we might just rely on Stark Spidey the whole time. I did not mean to parry that. Oh no. I wanted to release that, but not push him all the way to a special 3 on accident. Alright, and that's that. I'm not a total scrub, I'm a total scrub against Korg. You know, I thought it was going to be reconnaissance as well, but I looked at the time and then I realized that if I were to go through chapter 3, which we might do tomorrow, it would take another hour and a half or so. So I ended up going against my word a little bit, and I apologize for that. But actually, being invested so many revives deep into this, okay, that's interesting. I also feel like I can't walk away from it right now. I can't walk away. Oh, this is gonna be a slow fight. Oh, Dormammu's gonna be a slow fight. No SP2. I don't want to be backed up in the corner like I am right now. That's not a good place. Oh, I parried that. Okay. Well, we survived that. See, Sam, even I'm having a hard time with the special one. You gotta be fast on the decks. That's all I can. That's the best advice I can give you. If I catch an SB2 to the face, that is instant. That is an instant knockout. Well, we're gonna push her. Just like that. Dang. Where do I look in the stream when fighting? That is an interesting question. I wouldn't call it strange though. Let me let's figure that out. I kind of look a little to the right. I always watch the defender. I think I always watch the defender because I need to know what he or she is going to do next. We're gonna go for it. That's it. That was almost a perfect fight, but it was not. It was not a perfect. SP1s without projectiles? I understand, man. Captain America just sort of lunges at you immediately. There's a few that are pretty quick. Venom has a quick SP1. I guess I always watch the Defender. I'm always looking a little bit to the right, kind of center, but a little to the right. But I always look for that that screen darkening. That is the biggest cue that I have found over the years. Just once that screen darkens, it's on, man. I know what's about to happen next. Oh, this is a small map. Come on. I'm gonna end up having to use my special 3 here, just to create distance. I'm curious if this will push him to his special 3. It didn't. Good. Whew. The other thing you have to manage is that if I have to do a 10-hit combo, or 5-hit combo rather, there's no such thing as 10-hit combos. That's silly. Okay. I want to make sure I don't push him to his special 3 on accident, because I need him to have the 15 rock stacks. So if I need to do a 5-hit combo to give him the 15 rock stacks, and he already has a special 1, that's an instant special 3. Stark Spidey, still one of the best champions in the game in 2019, almost 2020. That was a sort of proud moment for me. All right, how do I want to do this one? So the problem with Dormammu is that I'm gonna need to bait out a ton of his specials, and I'm gonna degen like crazy. That's why I brought Voodoo. Because if I can slowly get to a special 2 and then power control him, get into a power control groove, then I might be good. I might be good. Colossus is almost a losing battle because I'm going to be constantly getting rid of my armor ups, so I'll be degenning like crazy. Maybe I could out damage with Sunspot. This could be another Korg situation. Stark Spidey, I want to build poise charges, so if I do that right off the bat, I still 272,000 health. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go in with Colossus. Then I'm gonna go in with Stark Spidey, and then I'm gonna drop a team revive. And when I use Stark Spidey again, I'm gonna use some health potions on him to give him about 50% for Nick Fury. The reason is because I want to see how exactly how this is gonna work. It's not gonna work well with Colossus, I know, so it's almost a toss away. But I'm gonna end up using a revive anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I might as well burn him while I have him. Okay, here we go. Might as well burn him while I have him. If Gladiator Hulk's power gain was a lot better, this would be a fun fight. Oh, he doesn't have improved power gain. Oh, what a miracle. Just don't dex. No problem. Oh, that's a crazy regen. I mean degen. Oh boy. Okay, so I don't need to worry about voodoo. Perfect. You look at the defender's hands. You actually, I know what you do, bro. Oh, you know what? I should just revive Colossus. Oh well. Let's just get our poise charges. Oh boy. And there goes the first hit. Well, I played that terribly, so everybody laugh a little bit. Okie dokie. Gotta hit me with the okie dokie. What's the limited time offer here? You can buy these any day of the week. Any day of the year. Any month in the year. You can buy it next year, and you could have bought it last year. I don't get the I don't know what's so special. Let's do Sunspot. Cause Sunspot's gonna be useless against Nick Fury. And so far he hasn't done me much good. That should all be perfect blocked. Oh! The only way it's not perfect blocked if you take a bunch of hits to the face. $32,000, and you don't get to see what the rest of that was because he just killed him on the first hit of that SP2. Hit the one in the middle. That's generally, you know, I generally aim for the one in the middle. Sometimes I miss. I'm a little off to the left, to the right, so you be careful when I'm swinging. Alright. Big finish. He admires our grit. Well, little does he know. Immune to debuff effects. So he's going to gain a ton of power. If we keep pushing him to his SP2 and then release our SP2, we could we could do something. This is a throwaway. I just want to test it again. Okay. I didn't realize it was going to be that much of a throwaway, but there you have it, folks. Do I have any team health potions? I do. Look at these two here. Oh, I have 9 of these fools. I don't know where I got these, but we're going to use all 9. I brought Symbiote Supreme for a different fight. So here we go. I should have used nope. Wrecked. Wrecked. I'm gonna try Colossus. Yeah. That is an incredible amount of blocked damage. That SP1 does about 5% of my my health as block damage. We're in we're in the red. Man, that is a tough one. Okay, so I thought that voodoo might be a possibility. I need to get to my special too. Oh shoot. Well, I have to intercept. There's that crazy bleed we were talking about. Come on, bro. Well, so far we've done the best with Colossus. And when I keep saying we, it drives myself crazy. Of course, I mean the royal we, which is just, which is us collectively. My only issue, I have to intercept like a king. I have to be the absolute king of intercepts right here. Otherwise, I am in for a brutal rude awakening. Okay. Stop talking about it and just do it. Oh, don't taunt him. Don't taunt him. Just throw it. Please. You can't evade that. Oh no. Ay, ay, ay. Well, that got out of control quickly. Everyone who's joined me, we talked for like an hour and 15 minutes. We went over every path. So I know it says podcast style. I apologize. I didn't mean to dupe anybody. I just got a little ahead of myself and decided I really wanted to try this out. Getting just as wrecked as I did the last time I did a path in 6.3. I think next round I'm gonna try a different approach. Colossus literally seems to be my best chance against him. I cannot take too many more SP1s to the face. This next one's gonna kill me. Stun him. Awesome. Assassin's range. Super close. Super close. I think the answer for me is Colossus right now. I'm gonna cross Voodoo out of the list. I mean, Voodoo might still work. When I threw my special 2, it was on an odd combo. It should have been on an even. Even then, man. Even then, this guy just does... You need to be an intercept genius. Please do some damage. Oh, you think I'm gonna do anything but just try to not get hit? You are gravely mistaken, my friend Nick. I hate that I have to kill him twice. Excellent. I guess you got tired of the games. Dang. Alright. Just to try to ensure that I get him down now and he's not coming back. There's no more tomfoolery. I'm gonna allow myself to take a few more block hits. Maybe that's the other key, is that I need to heal up for this fight. So maybe we do Realm of Legends Winter Soldier about 5,000 times, and we'll be good. I love how I just took that whole combo, and that's it. What a waste of potions. Act 6, it's a tricky thing. I wouldn't recommend it, because now I have 131,000 more health points to burn through, and then I'm finally let out of this lane. My skills need to be sharp as a spoon. Okay, we're back in Assassin's range. I have 9 armor ups. This is gonna be a nightmare. It's not fair, Nick. My 16% is a lot lower than your even 3%. Oh no! No! Ah, that's stupid. That was dumb. If I just stood there and took all of it, I could have been okay. 4,000. I can just parry him 4 times and he's gone. Don't even risk it for the biscuit. Let's just get it. Let's just get it done. Oh, well, that was really ugly, man. That was not the cleanest clear ever. I think we used about 10 revives in total. Which gets all of my revives out. I had 8 in overflow. I kind of wanted to use them up because they were expiring soon. One was expiring, I think, tomorrow or the next day. What I want to do now is I want to learn how to play Ghost. And I really want to farm Realm of Legends Winter Soldier like crazy, because I'd like to use 1 revive and heal up for a lot of these fights, especially Nick Fury. I'm no longer going to bring Voodoo. If I'm really good with Ghost, if I can practice Ghost, I think that's the answer to this Nick Fury. And I think just being able to phase out of some of the craziness is the way to go. Being able to launch an unblockable SB2 is got to be a nice thing. And I'm going to be gaining a ton of Furies from phasing. So, I don't know. But I need to get better in order to reliably do that. Colossus wasn't bad. He's the way I could brute force my way, but I don't want to brute force my way through any more Act 6 stuff. Because I thought about when I cleared 6.3.1, the first quest in Chapter 3, I just kept reviving, man. That was not how I generally like to do things. You know what I mean? I want to think about it a little bit. And we went over all these lanes. I knew that would be a tricky one, but that Nick Fury fight, I need to rethink a little bit. I don't think we can out damage. I don't think we can out damage with Sunspot. We're not gonna get perfect block with Sunspot, but we getting a special 1. We might have a little hope with Sunspot because he will gain power every time I hit him, so I could constantly push him to a special 2, and then evade that because that's relatively easy. Push him back to a special 2 again. Oh, I wish we could go back 15 minutes and I could try this theory out. I'm thinking use Sunspot. Incinerates will be completely eliminated on Nick Fury, but it will cause him to gain a bunch of power. Push him to SB2, spam the special 1 once, then do a special 2, and then a special 3 to get all my charges back, and constantly just be in a rotation like I was with a lot of the fights with Stark Spidey. Just pushing the defender to an easier. You can't. I'm not good enough to dodge special 1, but just keep pushing him to that special 2. I think that might be the next way I try to handle Nick Fury while I practice with Ghost. I think Ghost really is the key. And I'm talking specifically for the champions I have ranked up. You know what I mean? I think if you had... Aegon might work well too. And I have him ranked up. I don't know. We might use Aegon for this skill path. Maybe that's the next one. I think what we did was... I just grabbed the mutant boost. So this mutant boost, whenever I take passive damage, I get a prowess buff, and my special damage goes up. Or whenever you lose a bar of power from any source. And so that is for this far... Whoops. I'm going way off the map. That's for the far left skill path with the Plagued Mind. So every 20 seconds, I unleash a crazy special 2 from Sunspot. Because that was I get power gain 100% for both champs. So that was the thing. We were going to do special 1, special 1, special 2, and get through this entire lane here with Sunspot. So maybe that's the next path we're going to do. And we're going to start tomorrow. Next path we're going to do is this far left with the mutant boost and try to brute force our way with Sunspot. And then when we get to Nick Fury, I will have Sunspot to test out my pushing him to special 2 with the Incinerate plan. I'll bring Colossus as a backup. Who's the... we could go in with a really good Sunspot synergy team or Colossus synergy team. I didn't have either of Emma Frost or Sentinel. So my Colossus was pretty regular. Let me just check it out. Check it out. Info. He has a little bit of something with Colossus. I don't... You know what's a really good tool, in case anyone doesn't know? Finito, for sure. A really good tool to check out anything is Aunt May. It's a website. I think it's auntm.ai. Just type that in. Really awesome website. Very good resource for every champion in the game. If you want to find out prestige, if you want to click on an individual champion and find out, what their signature ability is going to be at, Sig 20, Sig 80, Sig 99, whatever. Lists all the abilities, all the synergies, what the total prestige is, and at what rank and what signature level. It's amazing. What rarity. What a good thing. I think that's... Is that Mutamat who makes that? I'm not sure. I can't remember, but I'm giving whoever made that props because that is an amazing website. You should check that out. So I think tonight what we're going to do is I'm going to go take a break. Tomorrow I have the day off. We're gonna do a very big stream. And then Wednesday, I think I'm gonna do a big stream as well. So okay, I think that's it for this evening. Black Fang, my brother, Sam, Bought and Blood, everybody else who come to hang out. Well, now I feel bad. I don't want to forget anybody. I don't want to forget anyone. Japo. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out, man. It's been fun. We've been streaming for about 2 hours this evening, so I think I'm gonna go take a break. I'm starving, man. I gotta get some food in me, and I think I'm gonna watch a little bit of Netflix and chill with the lady. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good one. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.